Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More, and we're outside the laundromat, and there's an open sign. So this is a good day, a fun day, and we'll show you what it looks like inside. We'll talk about our first day, which is still going, but mostly done, and what we did, what we fixed, all the machines we brought in, and then, of course, we'll have updates on this, and next week we'll be able to check money and see if it actually made anything. But I do know for sure there are some quarters in those machines on the first day, which is a good sign. So we'll check those out, see what's happening, and it'll be very interesting to see how this does going to the future. All right, I'm here at the laundromat. It is officially open. I was hoping there'd be like 35 people in here when I came by, but that's okay. We do know there were people here earlier today, and there's still some things we can do, but it's so much better than it was before. And I know at least some of these machines have been used. We heard that one of the dryers is already not working, which is frustrating because those have been all, rehabbed and remodeled, however you want to say it. So they really could look better though. I know some of the people I watch, there's a lint sheet in there already. Well, I forget what they use. You don't want to use like paint, so you don't want paint rubbing off on people's clothes and stuff. But they do some stuff to refinish those and make those look a lot better. So I know there's more we can do, but we want it to get open and working and functional. So this machine, try to change the price on it and there's something wrong with it, of course. And we've got a couple laundromat guys helping us with stuff who have been sort of helpful, and another crew who's been a lot more helpful, but they're really busy and don't get here very often. But for the most part, everything is working except for that washer right there. Apparently this dryer that we know of, there might be some more, although they were all tested. And then this washer up here, which we thought was working, but apparently nobody knows how to program it for the price, and it was $1.75. So it was just left like that, $1.75, and then just this tape on here. Well, that's real hard to stop people. So we cut the breaker and turned the power off to that one. So they're all clean. They look so much better. Look so much better in here than they did when I first bought it. It was not amazing. And pretty much we figured out, I got this in a weird situation where so another guy was leasing the space, had quite a few machines, but we brought in a lot of new machines, and most of his stuff was broken. I'll go through how much of his stuff was broken and how much we had to fix, but I also want to make sure, okay, that's locked, because the cleaners were the last ones in here, not me, and I want to make sure, okay, good. That's the number one thing, because you want those doors locked. Bathroom looks fairly clean. That's good. We're supposed to have another, is that our toilet paper? Okay. But let's go through all the machines that were broken and not working. On this row right here, these were all here. 2 of these needed rebuilt. That one was also needed to be rebuilt. We have an overlay coming. That's the screen part here. These aren't that expensive, but they're kind of hard to get. So that will look better when that comes in. And now this one is partially broken. The machines right here, 2 of these, I believe were broken, had bad boards. That one we got from a different laundromat we brought in. That machine wasn't even here before. So I paid $20,000 for that machine. All of these, all the white ones in that second row, and then all of the ones in the very front. So these were all top loaders right here. So we replaced these with these Horizons, which I said are all supposed to be working. There were more top loaders. We replaced those with all of these Horizons. They're slightly different, as you can see. Those are a little taller, but pretty much the same thing. These were all here, and these were all pretty much working. Maybe just a few minor repairs were needed. These are all working, and then there's nothing in front here. Nothing at all, just boards. And so we added these. I thought we talked about putting the big one on that side and tearing down to smaller ones over here, but that's okay. So this is our biggest washer right here. And then I do have another one that can go right here. But we need a base and some other things first. So for right now, we don't have it, but we do have another one that can go there. All the dryers were here. Half of those were not working, were maybe more broken, messed up in some way. The change machine was broken, not working. Soap dispenser, I think it worked, but there's a lot of issues here. So we painted, we replaced ceiling tiles, we painted all the bases and made them look much nicer. You can see all those are so much prettier. We replaced some floor tiles, but not all of it. The floor is okay. At some point, we might redo everything. We probably should get something on the walls, some kind of good pictures, something or other. And then, yeah, our name. Right now, we're Suds Up Laundromat. And I know that wasn't a name that I talked to anybody about or mentioned, but multiple people suggested that out of the blue, and nobody hated it. So that's why it won. Because we had a number of names, and some people loved them, and a lot of people hated them. And we just picked a name that most people liked, nobody hated, and look how dirty that window is. I don't know if that's dirt or the window's bad. So that's what we went with, but that could be changed easily. We can always change that. So that's where we're at. We can take a peek at the change machine. Maybe we'll take a peek and see if there's any quarters in here, but obviously it's going to be a very, very light. And yeah, I mentioned this before, one side is broken and not working, even though we completely had that rebuilt. So that's a little annoying, but at least one side works, right? Look at the positives. We have some extra chairs. We have some extra soap. We have a security camera, which is how I saw our first customers come, is I saw someone pull up and I'm like, oh great, it's probably someone going to the DMV next door. No, they came in and they did laundry. So I gave them a handful of quarters. They were happy and they were our first customers. I don't know if we've had more since then. I do have this on my phone, but I've been crazy busy and haven't had a chance to really look at it yet. So there we go. Like I said, I gave some people quarters, so I'm not expecting a whole lot of money in here. There are buckets and buckets and buckets of quarters, but maybe there's a little bit. Hey! Well, we are starting off our first day with $8. It could be way, way, way worse, especially since we just kind of opened in the middle of the day and haven't done a lot besides having to sign up. I think word of mouth will really help get this going and started. And then I do need to do that every time I replace that hopper. Turn it on, turn it back off again to make sure my green lights are on. They are. Okay. This change machine was spitting out 3/4 for every dollar, and then it just stopped working completely. So the guy is actually coming Monday. There's a specialist in the state who works on coin changers. Everybody tells me to use him because nobody else does it. Nobody else knows how. So hopefully we can get it fixed, and all the money I spent on this already will cover that. So there we go. And if you're wondering which machines the people came to, it was one of these. So I don't know if it was this big guy. I have definitely narrowed down how many keys I have, but I probably don't have the... There we go. Yeah, that one was definitely used. These should all be the same now. Oh, that one was used. Look at that. What was in there? Just some plastic. Okay. Tape. Nothing there. So. Oh. There we go. That felt weird. There you go. Those were used, and then I'm sure we know that some of these dryers were used too. There you go. There's a little bit of money. There's a little bit of money. We're rolling in the dough, that's for sure. But this is actually really nice for me to see some money in the coin boxes finally, because it's been a long time coming and a lot of money spent on machines, getting new machines, newer to me machines, and of course getting these other machines fixed. So next week we'll see what happens over the weekend, and then really it's going to be interesting to see how it progresses as hopefully word gets around, people see us open, and we get more people coming back to the laundromat. All right, take care. Love to hear what you think. And next week, we'll see what those coin boxes look like.